Okay, so this is when I went to Poasttown Elementary School in Ohio. I guess it's really haunted. Well, I was there, kind of. So yes, it is. Um, I had been speaking with this filmmaker that I used to work with named Tom, and he has a paranormal group in Ohio. And neither one of us knew that we were into the paranormal. We just did like he was directing a short film, and I had a part in it. Anyway, we were talking back and forth one time, and we mentioned the paranormal. Then I found out he had a group, and then I mentioned, hey, I'm in Texas now, so I could do remote viewing if you want. And he took me up on it, and he said he has this thing coming up with his group. And I said, don't tell me anything. I don't want to know anything. Let's do like a live feed, and I'll just tell you while it's happening what I'm picking up. And he's like, great, cool, okay. So the day we were supposed to hook up at a certain time, he was going to call me and we were going to FaceTime that way. Anyway, so I didn't know where it was or anything other than I'm sure it was Ohio, or at least in the vicinity of. So I'm getting ready. I'm a couple hours to hooking up with him on his feed, and all of a sudden I got children ghosts all around me. I was alone in the house. I could feel them. And they wanted to talk so bad. They wanted me to talk with them. And I was like, no. I'm so sorry. I can't talk to you right now because everything that we communicate, I want to do with the group and everything. So if you could just hold a little bit, I appreciate you reaching out to me and everything. And they went away. And that's only happened one time before. My other story, Woodbine Mansion, I didn't even know they would come. They know, Spirit knows, there is no time and place or anything on the other side. They know what you say, they know what you think. You don't have to be on property, you don't have to be anywhere. They know. There's a connection, there's energy. So anyway, so we hook up, and I didn't say anything to Tom, and he's introducing me to the group, and there was a whole bunch of people in this room. I was shocked how many people. His wife was there, and her name was Kathy. Shocking, because Kathy's in a lot of another Kathy is in my other stories. And so there was a whole bunch of people I didn't know. So then they were like, okay, do you want to begin? I'm like, sure. So now this is where it gets complicated. It was all pitch black. From after we left that room, I couldn't see anything. I can't tell you where we were, other than he said it. I couldn't see anything. So I had to take notes to kind of, he had to give me notes of where we were so I could tell you where we were. So he immediately takes me into the basement. And of course, and I immediately got a shadow man like darting about, like trying to avoid us. So it's me and Tom. Tom's just carrying the phone, and I'm just talking to him and everything, and he would turn it towards whatever and then turn it back to himself. And I'm going, there's a man, and he was like, okay. And I go, and he was like, do you want me to tell you when you make hits? And I go, tell me at the end. I'll just tell you what I get. You tell me how close I am. And he's like, okay, works for me. That was my parrot. Sorry, everybody. So I'm seeing this creeper guy, and I go, he went in that room, up on the left. So they went into the room, and there was nothing there, but I was like, he's here. He's hiding. He's running all over the place. This happens to me a lot, people. But Tom told me that the owner said that a lot of people see him, and he does that. He creeps along, and he runs, and he darts, and he hides. So it's not the first or the last one who will do that. So let me see with my notes. After the basement, I just stuck myself in the eye, people. Second floor was actually nice and calm. It had a calm feel, and I really liked it. And I guess that's where the kids are. Oh yeah, when we were walking out of the room after the creeper, around the time of the creeper, shadow guy, I remember saying, is there something about toys? Because I'm getting toys, because kids kept telling me toys. And then they all laughed, and and you could hear a ripple effect amongst the people in the other room, because they were watching from the other room. And but nobody would say anything. So there was something to do with the toys and the kids, and I didn't know what it was. I said, well, because they like the toys, and they expect it now. They expect toys to be brought there. I think Tom might have affirmed it in that moment. But I was like, yeah, now they expect it. They want the toys. So, second floor. And I guess that's where the principal's office and the playroom was. And I didn't get anything bad on the second floor. I actually liked it. Nice, decent energy. So then he takes me to a stairwell. That's all I could tell that we were in, but he kind of told me it was a stairwell. And we're standing there, and he's pointing the camera down through the floors in the hallway. And I immediately got female. And I went, what is going on? And I told him female. And at the end, he told me that the story is a girl jumped or was pushed or something and died down that stairwell. I was like, but he didn't tell me at the time. So we were walking around the third floor. The thing I didn't like on the second floor, everything was great except for down this hall. I said there's something bad down there, but he later told me that there's a teacher that the kids don't like, that she tends to stay down there, and there's a portal and all that. What I got, from what I can remember, because it's really hard, it was all pitch black with light shining everywhere. He took me into a classroom where I could still see the kids there. They were all in their seats and everything. They were enjoying themselves for school, I guess. They were, I don't know, maybe they were enjoying us being there. And I got that there was still a teacher there teaching, giving lessons. What I get from that is not so much that this teacher is mean. I think, and I told Tom this, I'm pretty sure, that it's not that she's mean, she's protective. She's still their teacher. She still sees herself as the guardian of these children. So, whereas people take her as stern and gruff, I think she's just protective. And I think that is it there. They said that there was a toy room and people were bringing gifts, by the way. I didn't even know that. I had no idea that people had been doing that for a long time, long before his group or anything. It also was the same on the third floor with the calming energy and everything, where that there was a special needs classroom on that floor, which would make sense that she's very protective and she's still protective. Before the whole thing began, I'm sorry, I keep looking at my notes. Before the whole thing began, I kept getting this idea that Kathy, Tom's wife, was being protected by somebody, and it was a male. And everybody looked around like, what? How'd you do? Anyway, it ended up being Kathy's first husband, who's deceased, and his name was Mark. I can't make this up, people. I have another Kathy Mark in like almost every other story I tell on my channel, but these are two different Kathy and Marks. But yeah, he was there, and he's with her every time because she asks him to be there every time on any paranormal investigation. And when I was in that classroom or someplace near it with the children, because it was pitch black, it was really hard to remember where I was. I got this feeling that there was a lot of people coming in and out, in and out, in and out. And I told him that, and Tom was just like, yep. I go, there's just tons of people. There's tons of spirit just coming in and out. And he ends up and I said, it's almost like a portal. It's almost like there's a portal somewhere nearby. And he was like, yep. Well, he told me later, afterward, when he's filling in all the blanks for me, he goes, you had so many hits, it was crazy, which shocks me every time. It shocks me every time. I didn't even know where we were. He said that room has been identified by other people to have a portal. And there was a very famous, tragic train accident somewhere down, like on the property or right near, where a whole lot of people died. It was, you can Google it, Poasttown, probably train accident. I don't know, but it'll pull up. You'll find it. I had no idea where we were, so I didn't Google it. But yeah, so I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. So not only were the train people, they were people, but it was also the children. And then you got the portal to boot, people going in and out. But so that's that one. I can't believe I made it through. I'm sure I forgot stuff, and I'm so sorry. I'm hoping the more I do these and tell some more stories, I got a couple more. And I'm going to do an update on the fairies again, because they've been a little active. But that's it. That's Poasttown, and I'll add some stuff for the paranormal group in on the video itself. So that's that.